Hey friend, Ricco here, Identity King, and it's so glad to be here to see you and share some great information with you today. And I want to know, have you always been taught why? Like your why? You've heard a lot about your why. Your why will make you cry. Those are great things. I get that, right? And I'm all for that. But have you really thought about your who? In fact, I heard one person say, quite a few people say, when you find your people, you find your purpose. At first, I didn't kind of agree with that because I'm like, well, you got to have your purpose before you find your people. But as I really begin to look deeper into that, you really got to find your people. Allow God to lead you to your people, and those people will give you a confirmation of your purpose. So this is why we're talking today about who, not why. It's not saying the why is not important. It's very important, right? That's what's going to keep you going even when you don't feel like going. But really, it's who. I'll give you a great example. When I started writing the book, Your God-Given Identity, right? Yes, we wrote it in 60 days, but there were moments when I didn't want to finish writing at all. You know what kept me going? It wasn't so much the why, it was the who. It was the people I was called to. See, when you think beyond how you feel and think about others who will be impacted by what you release, that will keep you going when you don't want to keep going to the next step, where you just like, you know what, I want to stop this. I don't want to do this at all, or I just need to take a break. So when you realize who you're doing it for, it keeps you going. So who, not why, or who over why. Now let's look at this as far as who. Number one, yes, who is you, because that's your identity, all right? And I deal with visionary leaders, business leaders, and helping them focus more on who they are as a visionary leader, not getting caught up into trying to make their strengths, their weaknesses, their strengths, right? So that's the first who. But the who I'm talking about today is who concerning your assignment. Who, as you see right here, your people. Your people will give you a clue to what you've been assigned to be and do. So your people is your assignment. Who are you called to? What kind of people are attracted to you? Have you ever thought about that? Is it people maybe in the business community? Is it people maybe in the church community? People maybe in the music community? What type of people are always being connected to you or asking you for advice or being impacted by what you share or say, or provide value in for them to help them overcome their challenge? Maybe you could be called to go into the schools to talk to the young people or talk to corporate. Like, what people are you actually seeing that continue to show up constantly on a consistent basis that ask for your help? Who, in terms of your people, who is waiting on you to help them get free? And matter of fact, watch this. Here's the thing. Sometimes we could waste valuable time and energy on the wrong who. In fact, you could think the who you're called to may be something you're used to, but there may be times as you continue to grow in your journey that your who could be someone that you have to grow into or grow up into for them to finally reveal to you the value you have to help them. I remember when I started doing this concerning changing from, yes, churches to more like business leaders and executive coaching. I remember, because I had a recent situation that took place, and I keep them anonymous, but just to take the blessing out of it. It took that experience for me to realize who my audience really is, right? I learned more in that situation than if I would have just still been planning and not taking action at all. But I found that my people are actually, that I'm called to, are actually business leaders, right? Because the message that I have, though it's kingdom based, but it's really helping them get one key word. It's called clarity. And we're in a time now where so much is happening so fast. And if you're not clear on who you are, you'll get caught up into all the other new gadgets and ideas, the shiny object syndrome, right? You'll get caught up into that. Well, like you could have, and if you're the typical visionary leader, you have ideas coming at you so much all the time. And if you're not careful, you'll have ideas, but you won't be grounded to execute those ideas. Hey, if you like this content and want to learn tips on how to discover more of your identity, be the authority and dominate your space without compromising who you are, click subscribe. So it's important to realize who your people are as a visionary, realize who you are as a visionary and who your people are. So that way you can provide value to them to help them win. And here's the thing. If follow through is not your strong suit, this is why you have to have other people around you who can help you see maybe the analytics, maybe the data, maybe the evidence of this is where you're most effective. And that helps you focus more on your strengths to add more value to your people, right? So we're talking about the first two, people, right? But secondly, the who is important because it helps you confirm your why, purpose. Like when I say purpose, here's what I'm talking about. What problem makes your presence necessary, right? What problem existed so much that your creator made you to release that in the earth to help your people who you're called to. Here's the thing, you're not called to everybody, but you are called to somebody. And so your who confirms your why, what problem you're called to solve. Think about it. Before you were born, there was a problem. Now that you're here, the key thing is knowing who you are, who your people are, but now knowing your purpose, because now you're not driven by external things, but you're driven by an internal drive of helping provide value that's not being met in the marketplace. Let me say this right here. Your purpose is so unique to where you must realize there may be other people who may be in the same industry or field as you, but they cannot be and do like you. There is something you have that's so valuable that there are really people willing to pay you money for to help them solve. The thing is, if you're not clear on who those people are, you'll waste time avoiding your purpose. And you'll try to be to people who you're not called to what the people who are looking for you to be. You'll be wasting time trying to convince rather than lead and persuade people who are already ready to make the next step with you. So purpose, why? Number three, what's number one, who is your people? Number two, why comes concerning purpose. And number three is authority. If you've watched other videos, I've talked about authority. And one of the things about authority I love is the root word here, author. There we go. Boom. We erase that. Boom. Author. Now notice, the word authority, the definition is pretty much a negative connotation if you think about it. It's like being told what to do, and a lot of us don't like to be told what to do. I'm paraphrasing, but really that's what it is. But if you look at it, how is the definition more so about those in power, those who are telling others what to do? But when you look at the root word author, it's different from the entire word authority, because author means one who creates. So when I talk about authority, I'm talking about how do you execute your identity for your value, for your people, your why, from how, which is your authority. What way do you do this? Well, let's look at this in this manner, okay? One way could be, I'm just using myself as an example, maybe you speak. Maybe it's music. See what I mean? These are tools to help grab the attention of your who, so that they can connect with your why, which is really to help them. And it helps them be able to now live the life or see the value that's needed so they can actually overcome what they're dealing with. So I want you to understand today, in closing, who, not why, or who over why, because yes, there is a famous book that I really like, and I really like most of it, a lot of it really. Start with Why, the great Simon Sinek. I do. I'm just saying to further enhance it, it's really more so about who. Because sometimes we can have a why or what we think is our why, and then we're grinding away at a why is really not connected to who we are and who the people need us to be to help them. Okay? So I'm hoping today this lesson really helped you understand the value of who you are, but who your people are, so you can walk in your true why and you can execute that how in authority, whether it's speaking, music, you name it, what is a gift that you do so well that you have an authority in, or you are an authority in, that people respect you and they listen to you and they want to know more about what you have to help them win. So again, I'm Ricco McAdory. Thank you so much for joining. And if you really enjoyed this video, look, subscribe, like and subscribe, share this with other people, and be tuned for the next video we have coming up soon to add more value. Why? Because our mission here is to help you embrace your royal identity, amplify your authority, and dominate your space without compromising your unique value. And if that's you, I encourage you to stay tuned, watch the next video below, and stay blessed by the best, and know that the best is yet to come. I'm here to help you, and I can't wait to hear your story. See you next time.